Okay. All right. From my perspective, the most important rule of child welfare is satisfaction of the basic needs. We humans, no matter we are children or we are adults or teenagers, the age doesn't matter. We have basic needs which need to be satisfied. It can be go to the bathroom, it can be eating food, or just having enough amount of sleep. If these are not in a good combination, the learning process will be affected negatively and the result will be unsatisfactory.
Okay, for me the most important rules I think is everyone, okay? Each rule is important. I think not it's possible working with one rule because it's necessary the combination in the involve everyone. But if I can choose one rule, it's possible. The second rule is the basic need for the child, because if you don't eat, if you don't the basic need in your life, it's difficult work in order. But in the other hand, I think is the emotional rule and the relation, the good relation with the family, with the friend, with the society in general is necessary.
I think the most important rule is the acceptance of feelings, because the lack of basic needs can be eliminated later, but a person whose feelings aren't accepted can always lack this and have difficulties throughout his or her life.
Okay, so all the rules are really important. They are made of by the theory of Maslow, which is one of the most important theories in psychology. And yes, you have to pay attention to the kids' basic needs. Okay, you have to pay attention to their safety, to their openness, to their relationships with others. And I would start with the beginning, okay? First, you have to make sure, and that's the rule that I choose, pay attention to the basic needs. First, you have to make sure that kids have food, okay, have drink, have something to drink, have toilets, and so on. Good. First, make sure that their basic needs are accomplished, and then you can start to think about the others.
Okay, I think the first rules is the one related to safe space, because you need a condition to be able to learn. For example, the pandemic time or the war in Ukraine of Ukraine prevent or slow down the education process. Yeah.
For me, the best rule is relations, because relation is are very important. Because if you don't have anyone or anybody to rely on, you feel very lonely. You feel sad. You don't have like a like a mentor. You need to have like a mentor, because if you are like an orphan, maybe you don't have a family that gives you enough love. You need to have like someone, maybe a peers to peers, maybe like a mentor, maybe like anyone you can rely on, you can be inspired of, because it's very important.
I will say the first rule, because it is the most important rule for me, that is learning a safe place. That is because actually teachers can create safe areas for children in the Middle Ages. So this is one of the most important rule.
I think the most important rule is accepting emotions, because mental health is so important for a person, and accepting emotion is the biggest step for being mentally healthy. Because if a child accepts his emotions, know that emotions and know how to manage them, it could be really healthy for his mental health.
I choose the number 5 as learn in a natural environment. For me, it's the most important because people has to be connected with nature. For example, how to grow vegetables, work on a forest and relax in nature, see the birds. It's really important.
Okay, I would like to choose the have a right to a private life because it's I think it's the most important because it's hard to control a private life of the child, to delete something bad maybe because damage their personality and their behavior, their attitude. So it's I think it's the most important.
I think the more important in this theme is the safety and esteem, and I think it's important include and to build a safe space.
For me, education in motion is the most important because I see that it is one of the most effective ways to learn and grow in interesting environment and having more eagerness to learn. Also, I see that motion is one of the basic needs for any child, especially for children who has ADHD and so on. So I see that ensuring an environment that involves activities, games, and moving while learning make the learning process much more interesting and entertaining.